Hi, I'm the Scrub, and you're here for one reason. Let's see, goats, wolves, oatus, trees, vines, ice traps. You'd never know we're in the South Shroud, would you? Pity I can't go through this dungeon as a botanist, because this dungeon needs a landscaper. Time to learn about Amdapor Keep hard. Simplified. Pick up the two birds, turn left, and go to the Ochu against the wall. The Ochu will cast Swarm, which will spawn several more mobs. Kill everything. When the Ochu is killed, the path will open. Pull everything until you reach the two walls between the vines slamming on the ground. These vines inflict everything that gets hit by them, mobs and players, with a vulnerability up debuff. Stop between the vines and kill everything. Then pull everything in the next room to the Ochu. Again, the Ochu will spawn more ads. Kill everything. Head through the opening in its first boss time. The boss's auto attacks and tank busters both cleave, so don't stand with the tank. Hall of Sorrow is a medium-sized AoE, just get out of the orange to avoid it. If you get a pink marker above your head, run behind a statue. The boss will then target you with a tether for several hits. If you're behind a statue, the statue will take the tether instead. Every time the move hits you, it will damage you, give you a Vuln stack and a stack of Infirmity, which reduces the potency of all healing spells cast on you. If you don't get behind a statue, it can kill you quite quickly. The boss will target the furthest player away with a straight line AoE. The boss will gap close to that person and affect everyone in the AoE and the targeted player with a knockback. If the targeted person is standing behind a statue, this will instantly delete the statue. My advice for this is to run as close as you can to the boss and let the boss just knock you back. The boss will repeat mechanics until it's defeated. Head up the roots of the tree to the next area. Pull everything to the ice trap in the open doorway. Kill everything. Then pull everything in the courtyard to the tree and the smashing vines. The tree will cast a boreal storm and summon more mobs. Kill everything. Pull everything to the ice trap on the bridge of tree roots. Kill everything. Then follow the path until you see a tree with 4 smashing vines. Try and maneuver your way between the vines to avoid being hit by them. Again, the tree will summon more ads. Kill everything. When the tree dies, the vines will disappear and it's second boss time. The boss will randomly cast Smite of Gloom on random players. When the boss casts Invisible, it will become transparent, untargetable, and gain a damage up. You will need to target and destroy the luminescence. After you destroy it, you will need to stand it at small glowing AoE and you'll be inflicted with the buff of Radiated for a few seconds. You will then need to stand with the boss. When the debuff expires, a flash of light will emit a small AoE from your position. If this hits the boss will no longer be invisible and become targetable again. The boss will also summon 2 ads into the fight. They can be a bit of a pain, so focus them down. Batter is an AoE around the boss that will knock you back and stun you if you get hit. Entrance is a conal AoE staring contest between you and the boss. You can get out of the AoE or you can just turn your character around to look away and you'll be fine. If you get hit with this, it will inflict you with confusion and you'll attack your fellow party members for several seconds. The boss will repeat mechanics until you get it below 50%, where it will cast Doppelganger and split itself and its health in half. They will then cast Invisible, become untargetable, give themselves another damage up, and summon more ads to the fight. Kill the ads. Destroy the luminescence and stand in the AoE to get the irradiated buff. This time you'll need 2 party members to stand on both bosses so they both become targetable again. Both bosses will repeat mechanics from here until they're both defeated. Interact with the ethereal flow. Interact with the fell orb and the gauntlet shall begin. You will have 3 minutes to complete this part of the dungeon before the demon walls on the outside of the arena completely close in. First up is a bunch of slimes, then it's a succubus with 2 gargoyles, then it's 2 more gargoyles, then it's a larger gargoyle, then the 6 slimes will respawn, and finally it's 2 giant wasps. Make sure you avoid all of the AoEs thrown out by these mobs. If the time limit expires, the demon walls will start spamming room-wide AoEs until you are defeated. Everything that you have previously killed will stay dead and won't reset. After you've killed everything, interact with the ethereal flow to proceed to the final boss. The tank buster is a cleave, so don't stand with the tank. Blackout is a room-wide AoE. When the boss gets under 85%, he will dash to the middle of the room, become invulnerable, and begin slow casting Wild Card. He will have 3 ads tethered to him. The point-blank AoE around him will get bigger until you kill all the ads. If this AoE completely covers the arena, you will wipe, as not only does it deal high damage, but also gives the nastiest Vulnerable bleeding debuff. The boss will remain invulnerable until he finishes casting. The boss will slime one person to bind them and begin slow casting a conal AoE. Nuke the slime to free the player. When the boss gets under 50%, he will repeat the mechanics of the slow casting and growing AoE. Instead, this time he will also slime 2 people in place and only have 1 big ad tethered to him. Kill the ad and break people out of the slime. If he turns to you and hits you with Black Wind, you will need to move away as a spinning death scythe will spawn in and severely damage you if you stand in it. The boss will then completely encase a player in a large slime, give them a vuln up, and start casting Jester's Reap. If you don't break this person out of the slime, they will instantly die. There will be spears that will appear on the outside of the arena. These spears will shoot narrow straight line AoEs across the arena. It could just be simple lines or in a checkerboard-like pattern. You can quickly adjust to the safe zone. Mechanics will repeat until the boss has been defeated. Congratulations, you have beaten Amdapor Keep again. My name is the Scrub. Thank you for watching.